All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Global Game Jam 2026 with Seattle Indies and DigiPen and AIE, of course. We also have Bellevue College in the house, so welcome to them as well. Happy to have them join us this year. Happy to have all of you join us. I'm wondering how many people have been to a Seattle Indies event before? Quite a few. How many is this your first time? Welcome, welcome. All right. And how many people is this your first game jam ever? Decent amount. Global Game Jam's a good one to start with. How many people have been to more than 2 game jams? More than 5? Maybe 10? So yeah, we have quite a range here of people who this is either your first time. If it's your first time, welcome. Excited to have you here. Hope you're excited for the jam. And then yeah, all of our returning participants, excited to have you here as well. If you're new, make sure you talk to some talk to some of the people who have been here for a while and get their feedback. And look for help and talk to new people. That's really what Global Game Jam and any game jam is about, is getting outside of your comfort zone. And you've made it this far. That's probably a little step even outside of your normal comfort zone of being here on a Friday night and signing up for a full weekend of making games, making cool little prototypes based on the theme that maybe you saw already. But we're also going to reveal it in a little bit at the end of the slide presentation here. So that's how this works, is you will get to find out the theme. If you haven't found it out already, you'll get a little time to form teams, and Derek here will tell you more about that with the slide presentation that he's going to give. He is our host for tonight. So yeah, my name is Tim. I am the executive director of Seattle Indies, and like I said, if this is your first Seattle Indies event, I hope it's not your last. We have hundreds of events literally throughout the year that happen from all the way from Olympia up to Bremerton to over here in Redmond, Bellevue area, and pretty much everywhere in between. You can go to our website, join our Discord. There's almost 8,000 game devs on our Discord, which may sound a little intimidating, but we're all nice, I promise. We're there to answer your questions. There's like way too many channels, but there's a channel for everything that you can possibly have questions about the game development process, and there's people that here like some of y'all who this is your first time and you're brand new, and then there's people who've been with Seattle Indies since we started back in 2011, formed by a bunch of DigiPen alum back then who wanted to start like a little club to get together and stay connected, and it's just grown from there into what it is now, which is a nonprofit organization in our 10th year of operation here, representing the largest community of independent game developers in North America. Like I said, with hundreds of events for co-working. Like this weekend, we have our usual co-working session over at AIE in Seattle, in the Seattle Center, where people get together, bring their laptops, work on games, and that's an alternate site option for you to jam as well. It's open both Saturday and Sunday, 10 to 7. William is here in the front row. He's one of our hosts. If you have any questions, you can ask him. He hosts him and a group of intrepid volunteers are there every week hosting that event every Saturday. It's a great event if you need some support for making your games. We also do game jams like this one. We do social meetups. There's one in Redmond over at Pint and Pie that happens every first Tuesday of the month. Gets quite a few people out to that event. So come, students are welcome, everybody's welcome. Come network with game devs. That's really key to your career, is meeting people and starting that network as early as you can to get that going. We're also doing games business focused events here on the east side. We just had one last night in Bellevue with about almost 50 people talking about funding and fundraising. So keep an eye out for those events when those happen. Yeah, and all of our events are on Meetup and Discord, so just go check those out and find it. There's something for everybody: writers, events, showcases, you name it. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say, other than thank you again to DigiPen for welcoming us in for another year of Global Game Jam. I think this is our 3rd year here. We're excited to be back, excited to have you all here. It's open all weekend, starting from now until we go home on Sunday at 8 p.m. So you're welcome to be here for as much of that as you want to. We do recommend you go home and get some sleep at some point, though. So, yeah. With that, I'll hand it off to Derek to get us going.
Thanks, Tim. Welcome, everybody. I hope you guys are as excited for the game jam as I am. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, perfect. Okay, so before we get into the theme, which I know you're all dying to hear, we've got some important stuff to tell you about how you're going to submit your game and how you're going to form teams, all that kind of stuff. So, first of all, we want to talk to you guys. Again, thank you so much to DigiPen for hosting us here. Global Game Jam has venues all over the world, and we feel so lucky to have DigiPen as a venue. I went to this school for a little bit. I know a lot of people here who go to DigiPen, and it's just a great place to make games. Here we are, obviously, in Washington. So here's a little bit of what the schedule is going to be like. Clearly, it's a 48-hour jam from Friday to Sunday. Right now, it's 6 o'clock. The jam is starting, and you need to submit your game at 5 p.m. on Sunday. Today, we have the keynote presentation that we're giving you guys, and then we're going to have a pitch presentation for people who have ideas that they want to pitch to other people who might want to bring people on board to their team. And then we're going to form teams based on that. Of course, if you already have a team in mind, you can just go straight up to the second floor or the cafeteria and start working on your games. And then we're going to jam. And then hopefully sleep. Although, I don't know about you guys, but I don't normally sleep during these things. Woo! And then Saturday, more jamming. And then more jamming. And then more jamming. And then joining us at AIE. So as Tim mentioned, AIE will be open from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. And then we have some more information about that, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hey, so for those of you who might be like in Seattle or just want a different place to jam for a bit, the AIE campus is also open. It is on the 4th floor of the Seattle Center Armory. There's going to be a banner with the Seattle Indies logo there, so we're opening that, and we're there every Saturday, and so we're just opening that on Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 7 for this jam for people who need place to work. So.
Perfect. Thank you.
People ask what is it?
Oh, Academy of Interactive Entertainment.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks. I didn't hear that question.
No worries.
Yep. Perfect.
Thank you. And then more sleep. Optional. Optional. Sunday, more jamming. But we're actually getting near the end there, because only a few hours, because then you have to make your game video. The hard submission for the deadline is 5 p.m. on the website. You have to be ready to record your video before then. Trust me, I'm sure a lot of you guys know this. Things will break last minute. You have to be ready for something to go wrong. Because you're submitting by 5 on the website, and then at 6 p.m. on Sunday, 48 hours from right now, you guys will be back in here giving presentations on the games you've all created. And we're just so excited to see them. And then finally, this actually, the real only sleep this time. Like the first two were like maybes, and this time you're definitely getting some sleep. Okay, so this is really important. How are you going to actually upload your game to the Game Jam? That is through the Global Game Jam website. Where's the mouse? Here it is. So Seattle Indies has a link right here. I don't know if anyone online can tell me, make sure that it can actually show this on the stream. But what you need to do is click on that link, and I'll show you how to access that in just a little bit. And then it's as simple as clicking log in to join Jam site. And then you're going to have to create your username and your password and all that kind of stuff. Looks like there's one on here for me already. I probably should click the button that says I'm not a robot. I think I'm not a robot. I'm a robot, guys. Okay, you get the picture. You get the picture. Everyone's done one of these before. So you'll go through this process, and then it's pretty straightforward. It looks basically like the screenshot here. Once you finish uploading it, you've got your game's name, which is one, the picture, description, the game team, and then you've got videos. These are very important. The video, again, is one of the most important parts because as you present on Sunday, the video will be on the screen, and you'll be standing up here alongside your game. Plenty of software you can use to record, obviously. OBS is my go-to. If you guys have any others in mind, clearly record whatever you want. Just don't make the video too long because there's going to be a lot of them to go through. Okay, so This is really important. Set aside time on Sunday before 5 p.m. because you need to have a Global Game Jam page. And again, I was just showing you a little bit about that. And you should really test your game. Again, I'm sure you guys have tons of experience with this, and you know this is a thing that happens all the time. Things will break. You might test it on your machine. Maybe it doesn't work on somebody else's machine. Or maybe you test it and make the video and something goes wrong. You should really test it multiple times. And even try downloading it from the website if you can, because downloading a version of your game might be different than the build that Unity or Godot or Unreal created for you, or whatever game the engine you're using. This, I need to refresh the page because it didn't update that. Yeah, okay. So, once it loads. Again, you're going to record a short video of your game for Sunday presentations. Tim, how long do you think the video should be?
2 minutes or less.
2 minutes or less. So 2 minutes or less for you guys' videos on Sunday. And again, you'll be standing up here with your game then. And then finally, we have a Google Sheet that you're actually going to need to upload your game to, because this is what we're going to use to pull your guys' presentations. This Google Sheet here that I missed, this one right here, has a spot for your game name and YouTube link. And we're going to update this in just a little bit. But it's as simple as putting your game's name right here and then uploading a link to the YouTube video there. Make sure your video's public or unlisted. If it's private, we obviously won't be able to see the video, and we need to be able to show it on the screen. Watch the video yourself. Make sure it's the right one. Make sure everything got recorded correctly, nothing got corrupted or anything like that. Just double check. Whenever you do these things, you always want to double check before you assume that it works. Okay, and then a little bit more final presentations. This is just what I just mentioned. These will be streamed as well in the same place that we're streaming this presentation right here. So it's a great way for people to see all over the world. And I believe on the Discord, Tim, is this being streamed? It's on the Twitch, right?
Twitch and YouTube.
Twitch and YouTube.
I'm totally not in the chat right now.
So yeah, people on Twitch and YouTube will be able to watch your game and see you present. It's going to be pretty cool. Okay, really important. If you're not a DigiPen student, this is news to you. Public Wi-Fi. The network is called DP, and the password is dragons, ! All lowercase. I recommend taking a picture of this if you don't have the Wi-Fi already, because you're probably going to need Wi-Fi if you're planning on staying here for the majority of the jam. A lot of people will also decide just to go home or whatever, but doing the jam here could be really fun, especially because we're going to have, Tim, we're doing snacks, right?
Huh?
Snacks?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a lot of reason to actually be here in person for the jam. I'll keep this up another second longer. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is the Seattle Indies Discord, because this place actually has a lot of resources for the jam that we've uploaded to help you guys to make it as streamlined as possible. This is a QR code to join the Discord server for Seattle Indies. Highly recommend you join, because not only is it great for the jam, but like Tim was saying earlier, there's just a ton of channels on here, a ton of great resources for new and experienced game devs. And it's something, I joined Seattle Indies a couple years ago, and I think it was one of the greatest decisions I ever made as someone who is in the game industry or adjacent. And it just has great resources. As far as Global Game Jam goes, we've got a page that has a link to that Google Sheet I showed you earlier. It has a link to the submission page, and we've just tried to streamline it as much as possible. As well as we've mentioned some people who have signed up to be mentors, and you can easily identify them and send them a message. And we'll show you a little bit more about that too. But yeah, join the Discord server. Seattle Indies, we're just a great group. We love having new people. We have so many events that we host, and our ultimate goal is just to help people do what they love. Here's a pets channel on the server. Again, it can be unserious at times. It's great just to wind down. There's another cat. I wish that was my cat. My cat is a lot smaller than that. One day, though. Then build a team. There's plenty of channels related to the Game Jam to help you guys form a team, for example, or share your current progress of the project. There's also a help channel. If you're maybe having issues with Unity or Git or something like that, you could throw a general message in there. Maybe if one of your mentors is not available at the time. We're a great community helping each other out. So make sure you put messages on there the second you have an issue. And then the volunteers and mentors who are here in person today are more than happy to help you with things you need help with, or at least as far as volunteers go. A few of us here are just helping set up, and some of us are helping with the actual process as well. And then our mentors. Do we have mentors in here right now? in the back over there. So those guys, thank you. So if you need any help, we have their information on the Discord and also their emails as well, and we'll get that to you guys once we confer with them. But if you ever need anything at all, just holler at one of us. They each have different specialties like art or programming or production or something like that. So depending on what you need help with, they'll be there. Okay, finally, last reminder to join the Discord. If you have not taken a picture of this QR code yet, please do. This will be your last chance ever to do so. Just kidding. There's plenty of QR codes at the front door that you guys probably all walked by. Okay, and then mute the Discord probably. I know I said how good the Discord was, but it can be annoying if your notifications are turned on. So if it's too loud, just mute it, right-click it, select mute channel, and enjoy some quiet. I don't know about you, I'm pretty young, but even the Discord UI confuses me, so I kind of needed this. I feel like an unk sometimes. Little map right here. If you're not familiar with DigiPen, we are in Plato right now. And then the Bytes cafeteria is right next to us. We've gotten permission to use the Bytes cafeteria as one of the places that you can sit down and make your games. So this is the first floor here. And then front entrance that you guys all came through down here. This is the second floor. We also have permission for the, I'm going to butcher this, Bontago or Bontego, whatever, and the Edison production area. Now, Edison production area is also in use by game teams for current students, obviously. So what you're going to see is chairs with game logos on them or team logos. That means you can't use that spot, obviously, if a team is using that one. But if the spot is cleared off, then it's totally fair game for you to use. And there are outlets and monitors and stuff like that you can also plug into. And you'll see all of that on the second floor as soon as you walk up to the Edison production area. Okay, few ground rules to remember. I promise we are almost to the theme. Don't wander to other events, obviously. If another classroom is using it for something, don't just walk in there. We're not affiliated with, with that room anyways. Don't unplug lab equipment. That one's hopefully pretty common courtesy. Don't leave your stuff unattended. Don't want to lose anything, I hope. And then don't use the student team spaces, just like I mentioned earlier. There's Tim, there's me. We're available to help again on the Global Game Jam channel in the server, as well as the mentors I mentioned earlier. Speaking of them, these are the mentors who filled out the form. We got Chuck Jones, and then is it Jorge? Is it?
Spencer's here.
Okay, and then Spencer, and then are the other two here?
Antonio, I don't know if he's here.
Okay, and then Antonio, and then Cheryl. Okay, and then these are their specialties, and then this is the availability they've selected. The two who selected, they were on Discord. We've also put them in a channel where they're like just mentioned. The other two we'll talk to, and we can put them there if they'd like. But yeah, these guys are more than happy to help you, and so are we. Finally, what you've all been waiting for, unless you looked up and got spoiled yourself, this is the theme reveal for the Game Jam. I can't full screen it, I apologize.
Welcome to the 2026 Global Game Jam. We kick off the 17th edition of the Jam with a major milestone. This year, we'll surpass 500,000 lifetime GGJ participants, a community you're forever part of. That's more than 500,000 designers, developers, storytellers, artists, musicians, project managers, students, educators, board game creators, hobbyists, and more, from all ages and all experience levels, all around the world, coming together to create games around a common theme. Now, whether this is your first ever Game Jam or you're a longtime jammer, we're so excited you're here for GGJ 2026. We can't wait to see what you create.
Hi everyone, I'm Rich Hebblewhite, your Director of Programs and Events here at Global Game Jam, and I wanted to take a moment to thank absolutely everybody who's worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this year's big event happen. From our sponsors, to the board, our staff, and of course our dedicated team of global regional organizers. And finally, I wanted to thank you, our amazing community of jammers and site organizers who without your time, your passion, your dedication, Global Game Jam simply would not exist. Now remember, Game jams are your opportunity to work with new people, test out new ideas, work with new technologies, and I can't wait to find out about all the amazing games that you guys come up with and hear about all your stories and your adventures. But until then, I wish all of you an amazing GGJ 2026.
Hi everyone, my name is Gerard DeJesus. I'm the president of the board at Global Game Jam, and this is Suki. I got my start years ago in this very organization. It helped propel my career forward, taught me a lot of valuable lessons in coding and techniques, and made me some wonderful friends that I still stay in touch with to this day. I hope all of you have a meaningful experience, make wonderful connections, and most importantly, have fun making wonderful projects. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. Have a good one.
Hey everybody, it's Berkeley from Xsola. We're thrilled to be back here as the title sponsor of Global Game Jam 2026. We're very encouraged by the opportunity and what you guys are going to be creating here over the next couple of days, making things happen and building up for the future of games. We're thrilled to talk about the diversifier this year of cross-platform games. Look at your game, mobile, PC, web, console. Imagine it living across all these different platforms and these different ecosystems around the world, and players can play their favorite game anytime, anywhere they want. Again, thank you for what you're doing. We're excited to see the results of all your labor over here at the Global Game Jam 2026. And as always, have some fun and enjoy the game.
Hi, I'm Andre. I lead a team at Epic focused at growing our developer ecosystem. Game development always starts the same way. Someone has a fantastic idea that they want to bring to life. Whether it's because something they saw outside, something they read, or a moment in their lives, something inspired them to bring a piece of gaming to life. That's exactly how game development works at Epic. Someone on our team has an idea, whether it's in our engine team, our platform team, or one of our game teams. They have an idea that, boom, we want to bring to life. And we try to transition from slides to software as fast as possible. Game jams are such a perfect environment to replicate this. The best part about game jams isn't just the technology or the tools, but it's also the community that's built around that, around sharing knowledge, around talking through technical blockers, working through challenges together. And that's the power of a game jam, the community that's built. Epic has always been about giving developers as much agency as possible. So whether you use Unreal Engine, Unreal Editor for Fortnite, or Epic Online Services, jump in and start building. Can't wait to see what you build on this game jam.
Hello everyone, I'm Marissa Hartz, G4C Learn's Director of Programs at Games for Change. I'm thrilled to welcome you to the 2026 Global Game Jam. Whether this is your first jam or your 10th, you are now part of a worldwide community of creators using games to spark innovation and change. What excites me most about these game jams is seeing creators like you bringing fresh perspectives to game design and play. Over the next 48 hours, you'll learn new skills, push through creative challenges, and hopefully make a few friends along the way. Remember, some of the most impactful games start as simple prototypes at game jams, just like this one. Sometimes the most unexpected solutions come from working within limits. We're excited to partner with Global Game Jam again to support the G4C Student Challenge. As part of the jam, creators up to the age of 25 will have the opportunity to tackle social challenges through games through this year's Student Challenge themes, using the diversifiers, Outgrow Hunger, Own the Road, and All In for Nature, Reefs and Rainforests, that will challenge you not only technically and creatively, but also challenge you to come up with inventive solutions to improve the world around you. After the jam, submit your game to the G4C Student Challenge. This jam is about people like you coming together to creatively address real-world issues through game design. We can't wait to see what you create. Good luck and have fun.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the 2026 Global Game Jam. It's a great honor to be here with creators from all over the world. My name is Tony Xiong. I'm the Vice President of Global Developer Relations at IndieLight. We focus on Chinese premium game ecosystem, working to shift more industry resources towards diversity and innovation in game development. Currently, we operate 2 incubation programs in Shanghai and have been supporting over 140 teams in total, including Lost Soul Aside and Karma: The Dark World. Well, my first jam experience was BlackBerry 10 Jam Hack in 2012. Since then, I have witnessed the rise of Chinese indie game community, along with more and more game jams growing from all over China. Through these years, I have noticed one major challenge gamers face. We all know video game has enormous creative space that includes every traditional art form, but that freedom comes with a challenge. When you make a game, you're not choosing between 10 options, but hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of possibilities. And when the jam theme is announced, people easily go from this theme to a specific gameplay, a system, or setting. However, core gameplay is just a starting point in development because the same gameplay can convey a completely different experience. We can take Super Mario Bros. And Limbo as examples. When we treat gameplay as the goal of the jam, which means the starting point and the finish point are exactly the same, two obvious problems appear. One, it limits you to only doing this gameplay during the jam. Two, during development, you face massive possibilities but lose the standard of judging where to go. Here is a simple way to deal with it, starting by asking one question. What kind of experience do you want players to have? The sense of achievement from conquering the challenges, revealing a suspense in a tense moment. It can be any experience from your favorite game that deeply attracted you. Set that experience as the goal during the jam, and it will turn into the compass to lead you all the way. Then you can begin with anything came to your mind after the release of the theme. As you iterate, keep checking. Is the system helping to reach that experience? If it does, move on to the next. If not, go back and choose another option. Gradually, you will go from the gameplay as starting point to the experience as ultimate goal. It helps you avoid unnecessary detours and find a creative path which truly belongs to you. Please remember, the jam theme is not there to restrict you. If any part of your game connects to the theme through experience, rules, or system, then you are already aligned. Think of the theme like this. It's not a wall. It's not a rulebook. It's a lens. Look through it, and you might see possibilities you wouldn't have noticed before. I hope this jam helps you discovering your own path and to be the beginning of something bigger. Good luck and happy jamming.
Some very long credits. Okay, so there's something they like very briefly mentioned there, but didn't talk very much about, called diversifiers, that I did want to mention really quickly. The mouse actually died, I think, in the amount of time that took. Oh, I got it. Oh, wait, no, not again. Okay. Okay, so yes, the theme, mask. You can interpret this however you'd like. Clearly, there are multiple different types of masks that exist and different meanings to the word mask, as long as you implement the theme into your game somehow. But yeah, that's the theme there. Okay, diversifiers. So diversifiers are a extra way that you can implement a prompt or theme into your game. Global Game Jam has a bunch of these listed out that you can optionally put into your game. You do definitely have to make your game mask related, but these diversifiers are all completely optional. I put the link to them here because there are a ton that you can choose from. I recommend checking these out on your own because you're definitely not going to remember all these. We've got like that many you can choose from things like meta, like no one on your team has ever worked together before, or a game that you can play outside while walking. We also have a game that fits under 10 megabytes. There are a ton of these diversifiers that you should take a look at before starting your game to think about whether or not you want to try your hand at implementing one of these. You're able to implement up to 4 of them when you submit, and then your game will help stand out from the crowd and probably receive some sort of recognition. And then there are the sponsor diversifiers that they mentioned related to the Games for Change and the other sponsors that we have for this event that you can implement into your project if you'd like, as one of the 4. But yeah, check these out when you get a chance because there's some pretty good ones here. Anyways, so that's basically it. What's next? You guys can start brainstorming ideas. You can make some friends, hopefully, and form teams. And if you haven't made a team, we're going to do a small team forming exercise. We help people get that figured out. But we really want you guys to mingle first and try it yourself. Otherwise, we'll definitely help you guys get teams. So by the end of tonight, everyone should be working on their game. Was there anything else, Tim?
Is that the end of your?
I think it is. Thank you to the volunteers. We had a lot of you guys helping out today. Could not do it without you. And just one round of applause for the volunteers, please. And mentors. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Derek. That was awesome.
Thank you.
I hope everybody is excited. We have some personal care supplies over here on the ping pong table. Please make use of those. I'll probably move them upstairs once everybody starts migrating up there, but it's all like sample size. Mouthwash, there's pre-pasted toothbrushes, all kinds of stuff that you'll need to like keep yourself fresh for everybody else's benefit and yours throughout the weekend if you plan to be here. There's also tabletop game making supplies, like you can do paper prototyping, highly encouraged. So there's like dice and game boards and markers and all kinds of stuff. Feel free to use those if you want to. I think, did you mention the Build a Team channel in Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, if you need to find team members, look in there. We have volunteers that'll be monitoring that the whole weekend and trying to help place people on teams that need them. So yeah, I think that's all.
Yeah. For the Discord, you probably should click Show All Channels if you want to see Global Game Jam, and then scroll just a bit far down. You'll see a category for it.
Yeah, there's a whole category of GGJ channels. Just keep an eye on there. We'll put some announcements and stuff. We should be having... we'll have breakfast food here tomorrow and Sunday, and I think there'll be at least dinner Sunday, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, and feel free to, drink the drinks and eat the snacks that are out in the cafeteria as well. Yeah, jam on.
Let's get jamming.